Hello, population. This is Poppin'Off. My name is Josh, the host of the Still Loading podcast. And today I want to talk to you about video game competitions. Esports now is a huge thing, and it's one of the largest industries in the world. But video game competitions have been a thing for quite some time. And I wanted to tell the story of one of my favorite competitions. That's called SwordQuest. SwordQuest was a video game series that was developed by Atari in the early 80s. We see in the early 80s, Atari was at the height of its power. The Atari 2600 was the most popular console in the world. And what Atari did was they hosted a competition based around these SwordQuest games. And there was 4 games in the series in total: Earthworld, Fireworld, Waterworld, and Airworld. The way it would work is that when you would buy the game, it would come with a cartridge and a comic book. And these comic books that came with it were not done by just no names. They were done by pretty famous people within DC Comics. That's who published them. It was done by Jerry Conway and Roy Thomas. Those were the writers. Jerry Conway famously wrote The Punisher, or created The Punisher. And the artists for these comics were George Perez and Dick Giordano. And the way it would work is that you would play through the game and you would find random screens that would have 2 numbers on it. And those referenced a page number and a panel number. So what players would do is they would go back to those comic books, find that page, find that panel number, and in that panel, there's a hidden word. And what you would do is you would play through the whole game, find all the hidden words, unjumble the message because it was going to form a sentence, and you would send that into Atari. And if they got it right, they were invited for one final competition to play through one final version of the game. The player who beat that version the fastest won a grand prize. And there was going to be 4 grand prizes total, 1 for each of the games in the SwordQuest series. The winner of Earthworld was going to win a Talisman of Penultimate Truth, which was an 18-karat solid gold disc studded with 12 diamonds and birthstones of the 12 zodiac signs, along with a miniature white golden sword. The winner of Fireworld would win the Chalice of Light, which was a goblet made of platinum and gold studded with diamonds, rubies, sapphires, pearls, and green jade. The winner of Waterworld would win the Crown of Life, a solid gold crown decorated with diamonds, rubies, sapphires, and aquamarines. And the winner of Airworld would win the Philosopher's Stone, a large piece of white jade in an 18-karat gold box encrusted with emeralds, rubies, and diamonds. The value of each of these prizes were $25,000, but remember, this is back in 1982. Adjust that for inflation, and it's a very nice $69,000. Once all 4 winners were decided, they would meet together for one final prize. They'd play one final version of the game, and the winner of those 4 would win the Sword of Ultimate Sorcery, which was a silver blade with an 18-karat gold handle covered in diamonds, emeralds, sapphires, and rubies, and it was valued at $50,000. And once again, that's in 1982. Adjusted for inflation today, you're looking at $138,000. And even with all that loot on the table, sadly, this competition never got to be completed. You see, a year later in 1983, the video game market crashed, and Atari was hit probably the hardest of all. In fact, not even all the games got released. Earthworld and Fireworld got commercial releases. However, Waterworld you could only obtain by a mail-in order from Atari's official magazine, and Airworld never saw the light of day. And to date, no one really knows what happened to the last 3 prizes. Some people speculate that Jack Tramiel owns it. Jack Tramiel was the man who bought Atari in 1984, but nothing has ever been confirmed. The winner of Earthworld was Stephen Bell. Sadly, the talisman, the prize for that, was smelted down and sold, but the gems that were in it still remain. The winner of Fireworld is Michael Rideout. He still has the chalice, and it's locked away in a safety deposit box. The winner of Waterworld was apparently crowned, no pun intended, and the crown was supposedly given out, but the name is anonymous, so no one really knows the whereabouts of it. Alright, population, that's all the time I have for you today. Thank you for hanging out. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and ding that notification bell so you get updates whenever there is a new video that's gone live. Once again, my name is Josh, and thank you for watching Poppin'Off. If you would like to see more of my stuff, you can check out the Still Loading podcast wherever good podcasts are found, and that should do it for me. I will see you all next time.